Hello, and welcome to the newest episode of the Drive Home Podcast. I'm your host, and let's get this let's drive this podcast home. Today, I got out at 8 p.m. and that's fine. Let's see this. Alright. Let's keep that down. Okay. Well, this can go up. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway. Today I got out at 8. Which means it is nighttime. That is not the most important part of today, though. So, buckle in. I've got some stories to tell. Anyway, today is the 26th of December, which means yesterday, for those who don't celebrate it or don't know about it somehow, it's really hard not to, even if you don't follow the practice or religion, is Christmas. Which for many people is just an excuse to get gifts. Or hang out with family, or do whatever it is people do on Christmas. Be sad and alone, if you're unlucky. And the day before is Christmas Eve, and I haven't really uploaded since the day before that. I don't know. Anyway, on Christmas Eve, if you've been paying attention, oh boy, just gotta go this way. On Christmas Eve is when I celebrate Christmas with my mother's family. And on Christmas is when I celebrate with my father's. Because divorce. Okay. Okay, wait. I don't want to miss it. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm a bit distracted because I have to deal with... I'm not driving my car. And today is what we'll use to explain that. So, I'm not driving my car because my car had issues the other day. I think it was the last day of... I don't remember if I went over it or not. But... last time I went to work, which was before Christmas, I failed to note that my car is transmission. Not my transmission. I say that, but that's not what it is. So my coolant in my car did not exist, which was bad. Which is real bad. You should check every once in a while. But if your car is prone to being in trouble, you should check more often than not. So I had many issues. Mainly, the morning when I drove to work, I drove there in the cold. Because without coolant, you don't get warmth. I don't know how that works, but that's how it does work. Anyway, my engine is not happy with me, and the brakes don't work great either when that happens. So just generally coolant, very important. Coolant, antifreeze, whatever you need to call it. You need that stuff, especially in winter. If you have a winter. But anyway, I luckily had some from when I had another incident with my car. Because my coolant exploded a little bit. Because my fan wasn't working, so my coolant was in overdrive. I don't know why it exploded, but it was a really hot day in the middle of summer, and my fan in my car wasn't working. So my radiator wasn't working, I believe, is the correct word for that. So it ended up being that I had to get my car towed that time. But anyway, I was able to drive my car home fine. Luckily, I had some coolant. I overfilled my coolant tank, which is fine, I think. it's not like the biggest issue, but like you shouldn't overdo it. Like they let you fill it up, but then there's a whole section that you can just put more in. I ended up using the whole container of however much I had left, which is more than it needed, and honestly a little bit wasteful because of what happened next. Anyway, I drove home. I don't think I checked it after that, and the 2 days after that were Christmas Eve and then Christmas, so I didn't really go anywhere since Christmas Eve is also a Christmas for me. Anyway, on Christmas I was going to drive up to my father's house with my brother for Christmas so I could be there with him and have Christmas with his half of the family. But it didn't really work out that way. This is because I checked my coolant on a request of my mother because I had talked to her about it a little bit. And so she had reminded me that I should check it before I go. And lo and behold, it was empty. For 2 days of sitting around doing nothing, my car had gone from having over full amount of coolant and or antifreeze to zero, or almost zero. Just above the empty line. Which is bad. Now, I don't know when that happened, and I can't be sure why it happened either. But that's what I'm aiming to find out now, I guess. Oh, and just speaking of Christmas, I had a pretty good Christmas. Sometimes when there's large groups of people, even within my family, I don't know what happens, but I just can't stay awake and I must sleep. Big crowds spook my body, I guess. I don't know. It's not even a big crowd, just like the family gatherings. I don't know why my body doesn't like them a lot. But whatever the case, I got really tired, so I semi-slept through half of Christmas Eve. I woke up for the dinner, and I was awake at the beginning for breakfast and presents. Well, presents part 1, and then there was dinner, and then presents part 2. So my mother's pretty great about this nowadays. She wasn't so much, well, not many people are great about it when I was younger, because I was younger and my opinions don't matter, but like, I don't really care for bird meat unless it's like fried or breaded in some way. So, but I do like smoked meat, so my mother got a smoked turkey for me, and whoever else wanted it could have some, and I really liked it, and I'm thankful for that. Too bad that wasn't Thanksgiving. I could have said thanks for that. Anyway, she bought it pre-smoked because she doesn't have a smoker. But anyway, I had a good time. I didn't get too much in the way of stuff, but it's a good time. So I did get like a $25 Xbox gift card. I won some lottery ticket scratching things, like the ones that give you like, that could range from like $0 to like $100 or something. I won a couple of those, but not like the big amounts. All of it that I won was under $10, probably in total and just overall. Because I only won like 5. Anyway. I haven't turned those in yet. Let my mother hold on to them because I don't know where to do that, I guess. And also, it's just whatever. Like, I don't usually use physical money. Like, it's cool, but I just generally, like, money in the bank account is where it's at. And that way it can't really get stolen unless if they steal from the bank, but that's sort of insured, I'm assuming. Because I feel like otherwise, like, you know, in movies and stuff, they have like the comical big old safe room with all the money in it, gold bars and whatever. But like, even if all that stuff's stolen, no one's gonna lose any money except for the bank, really. I assume. I hope so. If not, that's scary. Though my bank is a smaller, more local one, so that's nice. Anyway, to get back to the main point, Christmas was good with my mom. Christmas was good with my dad. We went up. He moved into my grandmother's house since she passed away 2 years ago now. And that's sad, but him and his girlfriend moved in, and so we went up to there, and he still owns his house, I think. I'm not really sure. Like, we're still in the process of moving, or he is, I guess. So stuff's still getting moved around and taken out of the old house. So I don't want to see that house go. It's like, something really funny to me is that he said, I can't remember what specifically he said, but he wanted to keep the place neater because of his girlfriend and stuff, because like the place the place that we had lived beforehand with my dad had been a mess. But I kind of, once he said that, my brain just kind of expanded for a little bit, and I kind of realized, I didn't say anything because it felt a little bit disrespectful, but like, I think our family is a messy family, that side of my family. And so, cluttered organization, I guess, but still, like, my grandmother had stuff all over, like, my dad had stuff all over. I don't go to there much, but my uncle had stuff all over, my aunt has stuff all over. And those are, like, the only family members I really know of at this point. I don't know if we really have any others, but those are the ones I know. So, and who have separate living, I guess. I don't know. So, I don't think it'll last, but it's funny to let it try. Because I just think our family is just naturally cluttered organization, which I don't know what the technical term for this is, but I just call it cluttered organization, which is basically, like, to normal people and to people who aren't aware, it's a mess. But you know where most things are very easily. Like, you could, like, you know where you left your stuff. It's basically a mess to most people. And it's not like it's like a mess, it's more just like there's stuff piled on stuff, and most things aren't getting thrown out that should be at some point. I don't know. But what I do know is that I like it. It makes sense. If I have to organize stuff whenever I get it, that would be super annoying. Like, I organize my room every once in a while, just so that, like, if I need to find something, or if I'm redoing my room, like, I have space for stuff and whatnot. But the cluttered organization always comes back in one form or another. And I'm fine with that. I like it. It makes sense. Because then I don't have to organize anything, because it's already organized wherever it goes. Everything is organized in a chaotic way. Organized chaos, I guess? I don't know. And it's like, yeah, no, I get not wanting that, but at the same time, it's like, But, no, I got a good Christmas with my dad. He got me a Scooby snack box, mostly food. He did get me a toolbox for my car, kind of. So, because my car has lots of issues, and because, like, I guess, mostly because my car has issues, but also, like, I'm a little bit of, like, a handyman. Like, I'm not, like, actually a handyman or anything, and I'm no way. But, like, I'm interested in that kind of stuff. I vibe with it. It's cool. I mean, I'm like, mostly it's being a mechanic runs in my veins in a way. Like, my grandfather does it, my uncle did it, my dad does it, my grandfather on my other side did it, I think my great-grandfather on my dad's side did it. Like, it runs in my blood. Like, it can't not. But I've just never really learned enough about it. It's interested me a lot, but I just never really went into it too much. I think, I don't know, either something needs to click with me for me to understand it, and it just hasn't clicked yet, or I'm just too stupid. But, yeah, no. So, my dad drove me and my brother back up today, and we took a look at my car, and he helped me figure out a solution. So, we filled it back up, and I know just about where the fill point that it is filled to is. So, I let it sit for 2 hours, and then I checked it right before I left for work. So, I'll be checking it when I get home, but, if that doesn't give me an answer, like if it's not like leaked and at least a little bit, then I'm going to take it for a very short drive tomorrow morning, and I'm going to drop off my brother at work when I do, because, well, at his work, not my work, because that would be weird, and also a longer distance, but he lives like 5 minutes away from home, and whatever, so he's very close, and he has to go to work in the morning tomorrow, so I will do that, and then I'll return if my car doesn't have any problems, like instantly, and I will check it, and because it will have been turned on for the first time in a while, I will be able to figure out, he explained it to me, but basically a bubble bath, like, you know, if it's filled with lots of bubbles, that's bad. If there's like a fart, or like, and this is just a weird, like, I think it's mnemonic device, but that seems a bit more specific. This is just like a association game with my brain, but like a fart in a tub or something, like there's bubble, there's like one bubble or whatever, you know, is good, but if it's like a bathtub of bubbles, is bad. But when I did originally restart my car, it might have dumped a whole lot of, with the stuff in it, it might have dumped a whole lot of it. I don't know. I just hope my car works again. I basically have to get it looked at like once a month, just for issues. Like, I feel like I'm stupid, but like I don't know how to do any of that. I know the generic stuff, but I don't know. Like, I accidentally used the word transmission fluid when I was trying to talk about coolant and / antifreeze. And like, my dad got royally confused by that when I was telling him about it. I think it's because my mother was having an issue with her transmission fluid, and so I helped her check it the other day, and so the word transmission has been stuck in my brain. That, and because I hit that snowbank in that one episode, I slid into that snowbank. To get out of it, I had to use low gear, and for me to get walked through it, they basically explained, you're not supposed to drive in low gear, because if you do, it'll ruin your transmission. So that's just where it's been floating around recently in my life. I teach them out. I don't know. But, you know, long story short, Christmas was good. The other stuff around Christmas was not so good. But all in all, it was pretty good. Yeah, so anyway, long story short, Christmas good, car not so good, hopefully better. I'm actually going to check it, because I just got home. I won't check it with you guys, but I will check it. What the? Like an air freshener or something? I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for listening to this episode of the Drive Home Podcast. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, you don't have to. And I will see you all in the next one, I think. Probably. Next time. I will see you next time at We Drive Home. Have a good one, everybody. And, happy holidays. Again, seriously. Though this will probably come out way after, so. Bye.